For too long, our downtown has been living in the shadow of a crisis. Open drug use, vandalism, theft, and violence has left families feeling unsafe, business bearing the unsustainable costs, and visitors questioning whether our core remains the heart of our community. And yes, this is not just a Miramichi problem. Communities across the country are grappling with these same challenges. But let's really be clear about this. What we are seeing in our streets is a set of dynamics behind the curve of what we are seeing in larger cities around the province and the country. To me, to our board, that means something important. We still have an opportunity. We can learn from the mistakes of larger centers, act with urgency, and protect our communities before things spiral further. The harsh truth is that unless we position ourselves now, things are expected to get worse. The first step has been taken. It has been acknowledged that we are facing a drug and public safety crisis. This is not just a homelessness issue. Visible homelessness exists here, yes, but it is not the root of what threatens downtown and our communities. The crisis we face is in addictions, drug use, and criminal activity it fuels. That is where the focus must lie. Compassion without boundaries is enabling. What our community needs is compassion with responsibility. We are here to advocate for compassionate solutions, but compassion does not mean that we can tolerate dangerous behaviors or open drug use in our streets. At the same time, we must ask, how can we better support our police? Just recently, our community saw a publicized seizure and arrest in downtown Newcastle. That was a token headline. It was a sign of action taking root. This is more than a news item, it is the beginning of making safety visible in our core. These are types of headlines. These are the types of headlines we need to see more often than the reports of overdoses. It feels like a shift in momentum, and it must continue. Make no mistake, our community is speaking loud and clear. In just 32 hours, more than 800 people answered our open forum survey. Nearly every single one expressed concern over inaction. And here tonight, you can see on the walls, just that are actually posted around, I have some outside for those outside, and then we have a couple of batches up here. There's another 700 survey responses posted on the walls of this center for review. Some of that data directly compares 2023 results to the 2025 results. And within all that data, it is unmistakable. Concern has grown, frustration has deepened, and the call for change and action has become undeniable. This is not just the board's message or my message, it is your voice, demanding change, and we have made it our duty to amplify that and to act on it. Now let's ask the hard question. Why have we chosen to concentrate nearly every homelessness, addiction, and mental health resource into a single small block of downtown Newcastle? This concentration has created what we call a red zone, an overburdened hotspot that amplifies problems rather than solves them. We have learned that when vital services are concentrated in one part of the city, it creates what we call a socio-spatial inequality. One neighborhood ends up carrying a load that should be shared across the entire community. In our case, downtown Newcastle has become that burden space. Instead of serving as a safe, welcoming heart of Miramichi, it has been overwhelmed. This is why we are calling for safety strategies for dispersing services into multiple areas of the city, creating balance and fairness. Downtown Newcastle must be a true community safe zone. By doing this, we restore the dignity and the safety of our core, we share responsibility more equally across neighborhoods, and we build a stronger, more inclusive city for everyone. The alternative is not only redistribution of services, it is a balance across the city. That means identifying and creating community safe zones throughout Miramichi. This reduces the pressure on any one area by spreading responsibility across the entire city. Community safe zones are about fairness and dignity. Every area of Miramichi, Chatham, Douglastown, Newcastle, Chatham Head deserve safety and support, not just one overburdened block servicing the needs of the vulnerable. At the same time, downtown must see immediate relief, and that means a clear and public plan of action from City Hall, making downtown safety the top priority. To assist financially in engaging with a downtown safety impact study that conducts a review of the impact of crime in our downtown as it currently sits. A major increase in police presence when bylaw enforcement's fully resourced. That also, I just want to say thank you for the immediate support services. We are seeing progress. In 24-hour security within downtown would also be a major help to prevent tragedy before it strikes and improving response times with emergency services. Safer infrastructure in downtown, that means better lighting, trimming trees in Queen Elizabeth Park so it's not so dark and shaded, and safe alleyways. We also are hoping for crime prevention through environmental design strategies. That's property owners working with police to improve properties in ways that we can reduce crime with better sightlines and safer streets. And one thing that I've been really passionate about is expanding our public Wi-Fi to reduce the pressure on downtown Newcastle Library. The Newcastle Library is one of the very few major internet access points within our city, and it's 2025. In 2024, I went to community college in Moncton and they had them on the bus. These are the minimum steps to restore dignity and safety in our city core. There's another conversation that we must not ignore. Representation. With the sprawling of our city during municipal reform, equitable representation of our geographical makeup must be tabled. With this upcoming election, we would like consideration of our city moving towards a ward system, with two at-large councillors. This would ensure that every neighborhood, Chatham, Douglastown, Newcastle, and beyond, has a real voice in this game. Finally, I will say this. Addressing this crisis demands unity. Past tensions, personal differences cannot stand in the way. Our police need support. Our service providers need balance. Our families, seniors, and businesses need safe public spaces free from violence and biohazards. Change will not come from leaders alone. It requires all of us. Stay engaged. Watch your council meetings. Watch your MPs, and watch your MLAs, and how they're representing you. Write to your elected officials and expect answers. Together we can reclaim the heart of our city and make Miramichi a community that is safe, fair, and proud for generations to come. Thank you very much.
Is that on now? Okay, perfect. Okay, so some